Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 27-year-old Brandon Russell is the founder of the violent neo-Nazi group called Atomwaffen. And he's a former National Guard member, by the way. He just got out of prison in August of 2021, and now he's been arrested again for plotting, along with his girlfriend, to attack 5 substations in the state of Maryland. You guys know I've been covering these stories about these attacks. These didn't go down, but this is what they were planning. So Russell met his girlfriend, 34-year-old Sarah Clendaniel. This is while they were in prison. While they were each in separate prisons, they somehow met. And here's the deal. Check this out. The girlfriend was in prison for robbing convenience stores with a machete. I mean, someone's been watching too much Kill Bill. Am I right? Anyway, both of these stable geniuses were on parole while they're plotting the attacks. And Russell was unknowingly confiding in a federal informant while he was still in prison. Then he puts the informant in touch with Clendaniel, the girlfriend, because she was trying to score a semi-automatic weapon. Apparently, her previous semi-automatic weapon had been seized because she had a dispute with her neighbor. And on January 29th of this year, Clendaniel told the informant, quote, "If we can pull off what I'm hoping, this would be legendary." She also said, quote, "It would lay this city to waste." And Clendaniel said that because she had kidney disease, she was likely going to die within the next few months. So before she croaked, she wanted to, quote, "accomplish something worthwhile." And apparently, Clendaniel left a written statement where she was praising Hitler, the Unabomber, the mass murderer in Norway. And for those who haven't heard of Atomwaffen before, let me just share with you. This group is one of the worst of the worst. They're considered to be a terrorist group by the Southern Poverty Law Center. And former members of other neo-Nazi organizations say that Atomwaffen, more than any other, they need to be shut down. They need to be monitored and they need to be destroyed. That's how dangerous they are. Atomwaffen attracts the most heinous and the most violent members. And they became emboldened after Trump took office. They took part in that 2017 Charlottesville riot, the white supremacist protest. And in 2018, one of their members named Samuel Woodward, he stabbed a 19-year-old gay Jewish college student to death in Southern California, where I grew up. And their members cheered and celebrated this murder. In fact, there was a Texas Atomwaffen leader named Sean Michael Fernandez. He wrote to other members of the group saying, quote, "We're only going to inspire more copycat crimes, and in the name of AWD. All we have to do is spread our image and our propaganda. The growing fear is what we set out to do, and it's working exactly how I want it to since we took over leadership. I couldn't have planned this better." Within months of that first murder, additional members of Atomwaffen were then charged in 5 murders in 3 different states. So just between 2018 and 2020, 6 Atomwaffen members were convicted of crimes, including planning terrorist attacks, hate crimes, murder, firearms offensives. And here's how Russell ended up behind bars the first time. His roommate, Devin Arthurs, murdered 2 of their other roommates in 2017. So when the police were searching their apartment, they found bomb-making materials and explosives. So Arthurs later admitted, yeah, we were planning to blow up nuclear power plants and power lines in Florida. So Russell took a plea deal for possession of an unregistered destructive device and improper storage of explosive materials. So that's how he ended up in jail the first time. And Russell isn't the only military member involved in Atomwaffen. Quite a few of their members are on active duty. So this guy was a former National Guardsman. Many of them are active in the military. Let that sink in for a minute. So obviously, This planned attack could have ties to the recent spate of attacks on both the East and West Coast that I've shared with you guys. It's possible that they're copycat crimes. Could be various individuals, various groups, all working towards the same goal. I mean, that's very likely. And these are supposedly to start a race war. They say they want to destroy the country. They want everybody freaking out, and they want a race war. I don't know how you go from downed power structures to a race war, but okay. No one ever said these people were intelligent. And as for Woodward, the guy who murdered his former Jewish gay classmate, his defense attorney, the first one, either quit or was fired. He actually went through several attorneys. That first attorney told the Orange County Register that Woodward has a, quote, serious mental disorder and issues with his own sexuality. You don't say. I mean, show me a guy who's screaming at the top of his lungs about gays and homosexual slurs and, freaking out about it, and I'll show you a gay man who is just not strong enough to come out. It's so obvious. And in fact, Woodward, because of his purported mental health issues, he was ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation, but he was found competent to stand trial. And it still hasn't happened yet. Almost 5 years after he stabbed someone to death for no reason, and he still hasn't been prosecuted. He's been in jail, but the trial hasn't happened yet. And let me share something with you guys. As someone who grew up not very far from these two men, Woodward is from Newport Beach. That's the murderer, alleged murderer. That is one of the wealthiest cities in all of Orange County, California. So more than likely, this guy grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he probably got a lot of participation trophies. So let's just put to rest the notion, the idea that all of these people, all these alt-right, anti-government, violent extremists are poor working class Americans who are just desperate. They're in need of financial help and acceptance. I'm sure some are, but no. I mean, based on where this guy grew up, I don't know his history, but based on where he grew up, you are not poor if you live in Newport Beach. It's just that simple. You could not live in Newport Beach and be poor. So anyway, guys, when and if I hear any more about these neo-Nazis trying to blow stuff up, I will let you know. I'm sure this won't be the end. All right. Thanks so much for watching and listening, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate or become a monthly supporter if you can. Greatly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.